Okay, we're back. Part three. Uh, let's go to Galatians 2:16. Right. I got my tablet here to make this go a little bit quicker. Right. A man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yeshua, the Christ. So I'm supposed to have faith in him. And my faith is he will never leave me or harm me. Right? That's the beginning of the faith for me, right? Right? He will never lie to me. Right? So he's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Right? So it doesn't get to the point of where it's about whatever record that I am accepting him from, right? It's all about me accepting him, right? So if I go and reading something now and it's pointing to a record, which is if you are reading the seal portion and then you accept that part of what it's saying, you are saying that you are have to accept that record as a whole instead of accepting the one that the record is supposed to be about. Is that idolatry? This is how they getting you. They want you to accept everything in it. That's how they can do this profit thing. Now we know Christopher put himself in the record. You went out and agreed to that, right? But the other part you couldn't. Well, wait a minute. If he did it, this might not be right because they have to go along with the scripture that is already written. The seal portion is I like a lot of stuff in the seal portion. We taught out of it. How many times was things crossed out? The problem is when you cross things out yourself, right? That's the problem, right? You got to go through certain individuals who is God knows gift to everything, right? They know everything. They're the only one that Yeshua is speaking through. That's the problem, right? You don't have enough a relationship with the Father, right? Even though you bearing the fruits, right? You don't have enough of a relationship to know what you are going to accept or to be able to hear the voice of the Father onto what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept, right? If that's how we're doing this, you got to go through certain priests or so-called priests, right? God can't talk to you, right? So it went from accepting Yeshua and all that you do and trusting in him to, okay, you got to trust everything that's in this book or this record or whatever record or that's supposed to be a revelation, and it could be contrary to what is already written because the scripture does not tell me that's what the wicked is, and the wicked will perish. So I'm going to perish because I don't accept everything that's in a record that is a revelation record that they've had their hands in just like the other, right? I can't accept so because I'm supposed to accept everything that you say that I'm supposed to accept, or they tell you that you're supposed to accept, I should say, even in that particular record, right? Then if I don't accept what they say, or if I go in there and decide what I'm going to accept, because I'm proving all things and holding fast to that which is good, right? That which is edifying, that which is not contrary to what was already written. I'm a problem, right? That's what they want to tell you. So now you wicked, right? No matter how much you poured into them or how giving and loving you've been to them, you're wicked, right? Make it make sense. I think about how a man not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Christ, right? But something just hit me when I thought about that, right? So it's funny. So I accept Christ with my whole mind, heart, being, right? But it's when you saying it have to do with a book or a particular revelation, especially restored or new, right, or allegedly restored, you're now saying that I'm wicked or people are wicked because they don't accept whatever, but I've already accepted Christ. So now if it's based on me accepting or reading a particular book or revelation, right, isn't that like trying to justify into the or trying to get there some other way, or trying to be justified by what I'm reading, or be other than being justified by the one who does the judging and that he is just? Make it make sense, my brother and sister. You can't. If Christ is not enough on his own, right? If Christ is not enough on his own, it's another gospel. If a man say, I'm gonna make sure all y'all get into heaven or get into the kingdom, if I had to carry myself, if he says that, that's another gospel. Because Christ and Christ alone is the way, the truth, and the life. And to be honest, which all we're supposed to be as brother or sisters and disciples of Christ is an example and a disciple. So if you are a disciple, he can use you however, whenever, wherever he wants to. He does the work, his own work, through you. Think about it. How much time I got? Inside the book of the sealed portion, right? There's something here that I can accept, that I can go into the scripture and verify, right? For example, sealed portion. I don't think I have enough time. I'm going to stop this one and I'm going to come back, probably the last part, or it may be another one. So I'm going to come back with part 4. All right? Peace.